Good morning. Good morning. I am so glad that you are here to wake up with Bunny. I have my coffee, I have my water. We had a late night dinner last night with family that's in town, so I am truly still waking up with you guys and I am excited to do so. Just like Balancer says, like, subscribe, share with your friends, invite people to come and wake up with you and peruse the internet over coffee with us. We are the more the merrier, right? I am so excited that you're here. I want to start this morning with a particular video that I just saw as I was quickly perusing the interwebs this morning, and yikes. Let's just see what this lovely group of ladies has to say about life, love, and the pursuit of, I don't know, food.
What makes a guy easily unattractive?
Oh shit, there's many. When he doesn't have a fresh haircut, when he doesn't have style, when he looks like a frog. Like, just come on.
What makes a guy easily
Driven.
not driven?
Just like when he talks about other chicks. Fucking toxic.
What's your advice to all the men?
Okay, you listening? Alright, the advice to the men is to treat your girlfriend with respect. If you want her to be your girlfriend, you treat her with respect. You treat her like you treat your mom. If you don't treat her like you treat your mom, you're not gonna get a yes.
Be yourself, give your best, and work hard. How much should the guy pay for the engagement ring?
He needs to pay again, 500. He gets paid every year, 500. He saves that towards the ring. If he doesn't, he's gonna get a no, and it's gonna be embarrassing. You're welcome. Wait, if I follow up on TikTok.
What makes a guy easily unattractive?
Okay, let's pause there. Whew. Okay. So these nice little girls just dressed up for a night on the town. This is painful to watch. This and one guy said it best, you know, it's always the land whales or whatever that have the biggest opinions on things. But what's interesting to me is the center girl seems to actually have the best manners. Number one, she's absolutely mortified that at what her friend is saying, that her friend is stumbling drunk, number one. Number two, that she's, you know, monopolizing this conversation, that she's, you know, just got all kinds of opinions. My goodness. And it really is always the less attractive a woman is as a whole. I don't even mean just the physical stuff, but I mean like the less viable of a real partner that she is, the more opinions and the more hard pressed those opinions tend to be. Case in point, older women. One would rationally think that as a woman ages, she would get a little bit more relaxed in her standards, that she would have be a little bit more flexible because she realizes she's no longer in the prime of her life, and she, you know, starts to understand what's important and what's really not. And this seems to be the exact opposite of reality. The same is true with overweight women, with women who are in this obnoxiously obese category. They tend to have a lot of big opinions and not a foot to stand on as far as actually being able to back that up with being a partner who would attract that kind of thing. So this land whale, and I use that cautiously because it's not only her weight that is unattractive, it is her attitude. It's the, like, just obnoxiousness that she brings to the conversation. So the girl in the black with the slacks she's kind of just like pretty average. I think she is the average girl, which kind of answers your question, Balancer. I'd say the one that's on the left side of our screen is the most average of the three. I'd say the center one is a little bit more well-mannered. She's a little bit more well-dressed. Now, she may still be like dancing on tables and taking shots and making a fool of herself by the end of the night. Make no mistake, she may still be a shit show, but she at least seems to kind of know a little bit better how to present herself. She looks the least comfortable in this scenario. Both of the center woman in the green dress, both of her answers revolve around money. She says that it's unattractive if he's not driven. You know, it's attractive if a man is driven, if he has purpose. She is on the hunt for a high value husband, period. The other girl, she gives like the most neutral answers of all of them, but it's the one with the least attractive mindset, attitude, presentation. You know, this girl in the ripped jeans. She's got like a bustier top. She's grossly overweight, and she's got a really obnoxious just way about her. She's the loudest. She's the most obnoxious. She's the most toxic, quite literally, of the group. And she's screaming, quite literally screaming about the toxicity of men and all that they should bring to the table. And she brings none of that, nor does she bring the compliment of it. So I just found this disturbingly fascinating, shall we say. And you see this kind of stuff all the time, unfortunately. So from there, that was just like, I mean, that was one of the first things I saw when I opened my phone this morning, and I thought, oh, we can't not discuss this one. I didn't want to risk it not coming through the feed. All right, let's see what this handsome man has to say this morning. I don't know why my screen is so small. Oh, yes, I do. Let's try this. Vast majority of men have only what I can describe as anti-game. They carry themselves in such a way that makes them less attractive, less interesting, and less fuckable. This is absolutely true. And I don't think that it's purposeful, but I do think that you have to purposefully pursue having learned charisma, having game, improving your strategies with women. And this goes a long way in making you more attractive and more appealing. It's, I think this is a good point. I'm a nice guy. Please appreciate and love me. You meet a lot of those kinds of guys, and they're nice guys. It's almost, this is a good point. It's a label on the head. I mean, it's actually like, it's kind of like seeing a sweet little puppy, but not really wanting to take him home. You're like, I still don't want a dog, even though you're nice. It's the same kind of attitude with guys who are overly nice, overly kind, overly, I would say, chivalrous. And it actually does make them less attractive, less fuckable, and less interesting. The worst thing that you can do is bore a woman. And it's boring for you too. It's not just about being the best version of yourself for women. It's being the best version of yourself, and therefore you attract the best version of woman that you are going to attract. It's a win-win for you. All right, let's see what this question is. Bunny, what is your best book on how to talk to women from opening to never run out of things to say to the end? That's a great question. It's actually funny. Get on my email list. If you're not already, today's email is all about conversation points that keep you interesting. So if you will sign up for my Bunny Report, then you will be able to get that email that goes out today. Go to myplayboysbunny.gumroad.com and you will see in my library, it should be like the second thing, the Bunny Report. So sign up for my email list if you haven't already. As far as books, the best way to go from stranger to in your bed and everything in between is definitely Fort Worth's Your Dating System. Best book that you can get for that purpose. I do not want to spill my coffee in the process of talking about this, but it is, let me go to it real quick. So I'm going to fortworthplayboy.gumroad.com. I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to put that little link over in the chat box. Let's see. It is Your Dating System. Did I completely miss it? Okay. Let's go. Where are you? Oh, here we go. It just was not loading. Okay. I was like, I know he has more books than this. Your Dating Rotation, Dread. Am I missing it? Am I just completely losing my mind here this morning? Oh, this is what I want. This is what I want. All right, you handsome devils. This is, I would say, get on my email list for the answer to this question, but this is also going to help you out. I'm putting this in the chat box because I want you guys to win. So if you will go to Build Your Dating System, they will answer your question about taking women from stranger to in your bed to relationship, whatever you choose to do with her once she's there. Get her locked in on you, and everyone wins in this scenario. So that is the greatest book to pick up for that purpose. Great question. Thank you, Balancer. Let's see what's next. If you go to the unfollow me now, because I will send you. This girl getting felt up in the, I think that this girl getting felt up in the theater and feeling up the guy who's with her. I think this is so fascinating to people because it's so hot to watch. It's actually like, I don't think that people are trying to shame it. I think that people are trying to get off on it. You could masturbate to this video. It is hot. I don't know if it's her husband. I don't pay any attention to who that is, but those two are clearly very hot. All right. A golden clubbing opportunity. Oh, Lord. Oh, I just love this account, this Canadian paintings. Let's see. Let's find something. Oh, no. Oh, no. What kind of idiot shit is this? This girl is using a peeler, like a potato skin peeler on a banana to peel the banana. Okay, this is proof that people can look like you and carry themselves like you and talk like you and use the same language or words that you use, but that does not automatically signify that they have any intelligence whatsoever, or common sense or know-how. I mean, who doesn't know how to peel a banana? That's like preschool action right there. Bouncer's saying she's sheltered. I think it's worse than that. I mean, who doesn't know how to peel a banana? Oh my gosh, what is happening? No, I don't need drug stuff. Sweden officially declares sex as a sport to hold the first European sex championship. Now we're talking. My goodness, that sounds awesome. Before the smoking ban. I love it. Oh my gosh. Coke Zero motherfuckers, when they have to go 10 minutes without drinking a Coke Zero, they already had 3 cans before 8 a.m. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bozo the Clown. I watched him. So annoying. I don't even know why I watched him. He was so annoying. Oh, that's so funny. Uh-oh. This could be anything. Oh gosh. I'm actually a little nervous to open this. Oh my gosh. Mainly I'm stopping that because that's an annoying sound. Oh, pranks and Christmas and Halloween stuff. Okay. Here we go. Let's talk about some actually things that feed our brain a little bit this morning. I feel like we're doing a little bit of a brain melting with some of these. Winners surround themselves with superiors so they can up their game. Losers surround themselves with inferiors so they can pad their ego. Okay. So I have 3 kids. My youngest kiddo is a junior in high school. So she's, 16 years old. She's super smart, super intelligent. She's got like the intelligence and the common sense thing going for her. She's a winner. I kind of like the kid. She was so smart the other day in talking about changing schools to the one that she is currently in. She changed when she went into high school. She changed school systems so that she could attend the school that she is attending. And she said, at my old school, in my old school system, I was one of the smarter in the class. It was, I liked my teachers. They were good classes. It was a good school. They get good enough marks. But she said, here, you really have an opportunity to blossom. Your you're not the smartest kid in your class, therefore you're challenged to do more, to be more, to shoot for more. You know, she said, my intelligence is average among my peers. She has best friends who are in the running for the National Merit Scholars, you know, program. She has her best friends who are graduating early due to great academics and drive. She is surrounded by superior academic friends, and therefore she strives harder, and her being average among her friends is the top of the heap in other areas, but it challenges her more. She is able to blossom more as an academic, socially. It prepares her better for university, all because she is in this school system and not the former. Winners surround themselves with superiors so they can up their game. People are lifted to the level of the people around them. You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. All of these things are truths, and the flip side of that coin is also true. Losers surround themselves with inferiors so that they can feel more superior. It's a dangerous game to play, and it ultimately does more harm than good to your own reputation and to your own intelligence and to your own place in life. It's follow this advice and surround yourself by people who challenge you to be better, to look better, to behave differently, to truly think about what your best self is like, whatever that would look like for you, and then surround yourself with people who would be hanging out with that person. This is why the higher the body count, the harder to pair bond. Oh, this is going to be good. Women hit a mental wall way earlier than they hit any kind of physical wall. At 25 to 26, they turn neurotic and maybe slightly bitter from repeated romantic letdowns. Slightly bitter from neurotic and slightly bitter from repeated romantic letdowns and have all their walls up. They forget how to be playful and fun, making them a chore to date, even if hot. 1000%. Fort Worth and I talk about this a lot, whether it's on one of our shows, whether it's on our podcast, or just here in the Twitter X sphere. You have to, the problem is that biological clock is ticking very hard and very loudly around this age. If a woman has been pumped and dumped, if she's dated over and over, thinking each time that one is going to be the one that she creates a life with, she becomes very bitter. She starts feeling like she's running out of time. She starts truly getting neurotic about it. She starts to get in absolute panic mode that she's not going to find a man to date, to propose, to have that wedding, to have the marriage, to have the house, to build a family with. And she starts doing that math and realizing she's running out of time. If a girl who's 25 or 26, just then in that year, meets the man of her dreams, shall we say, or the man that she's willing to marry and excited to marry and build a family with, it's still a good 4 years before she can start having babies. That is on a standard issue timeline. I speak in grand generalizations, and this applies to this. So if a girl who's 26 years old has not met the man that she plans to build this life with, or who follows through with building a life with, it's going to be 30 years old before she can start popping those babies out. And that starts to get her panicky because she knows the older she gets, the less viable those pregnancies are, the more likely she is to have troubled pregnancies or troubles getting pregnant. And the longer that she has the kind of setbacks due to hormonal problems, being on birth control for more time, all of these things are detrimental to a woman's psyche, really. And it's just like the original post said, or the quote tweet says, this is why the higher the body count, the harder to pair bond. The same girl, the older she gets, the more she's trying to find someone to build this life with. And so therefore, literally, the more dicks she's riding, the less appealing or the less attractive any one is going to be. So this is why we say that girls who are not married, no kids, never married, no kids, from like 30 to 35 or older are absolutely red flags, because those girls have not been able to get anyone to follow through on marrying them. It's a bad sign that they have been seeing a lot of bad signs. Let's see. Not doing a housework is making women fat. Yeah, I mean, this is actually accurate because I feel like there is a lot that goes into the change in, I would say, not only the American diet, but just food quality in general around the world in industrialized areas. But so there's the problem with the quality of the food that is just fucking people over right and left. But also, housewives never used to hold still. Like, people who were stay-at-home moms, women who, even working women from back in the day, they did not hold still. But they weren't bitter about it all either. They worked all day long. They might watch their stories in the middle of the day, but they were ironing at the same time. They were doing laundry at the same time. They were prepping dinner at the same time. They were still moving. They were not just sitting on their phones for 5, 6, 8 hours at a time. They were not just sitting at the salon. They were not just sitting at the park. They were moving. They were active. They were moving their bodies because they were not lazy. So not only do we have a difference in the quality of food that's affecting our bodies just in detrimental ways, but this is absolutely right. Not doing enough housework is making women fat. It's absolutely true. They're lazy, they're overweight, they're pudgy, and they have dirty houses, and they're bitter about all of it. It sucks with a side of suck. All that being said, my goodness, that was an interesting little mixed bag this morning, I'd say. If you haven't recently been on my website, I would like to invite you to check it out, myplayboysbunny.com. You can find all of my products there. You can find relationship coaching. You can submit questions for Q&A. And if you scroll to the bottom here, you will find some of my favorite, doesn't actually want to load right this second, but that's okay. You will find some of my favorite videos and interviews that I've done over the past year. So I've got those linked directly to my page as well. Also, I have a little bit of a note because I wanted to make sure I remembered, because we have family in town this weekend and we have a very full schedule. We will not be having a bunny show live, a bunny church tomorrow morning. So Sunday morning this week, we do not have Bunny Church. So don't tune in Sunday morning. And I will see you back here Monday morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time for Wake Up with Bunny. And I genuinely appreciate you being here. I want you to go lift heavy things, go have some hot sex, and go accomplish something today. And have a very happy Saturday and weekend, since I won't see you tomorrow, except on Twitter. Bye!